Welcome everyone. My name is Todd Cahill and I am the CEO of Inside Out. And we're so excited for each and every one of you sincerely and truly to be on this Zoom tonight. And I know your time is incredibly valuable. I know that we're all as a country and many other countries right now going through COVID. And that's why I think tonight is going to be super, super exciting for each and every one of you on so many different levels, emotionally, business-wise, mentally, even physically. I mean, you're just a lot of stuff is going to come up today. So what I'm going to ask you is if everyone can look at your phone or your laptop and make sure that you're muted. We do not want to ruin this with anyone that is going to the bathroom and we all can hear you. Okay, I did mute everyone, but just want to make sure. And you can also shut down your video if you don't want to be seen. That would be awesome if you could do that, because we just want you to watch. You can go to the chat button and you can comment, but we don't want to have a bunch of comments. We're going to save all your questions for a Q&A afterward. So we're so excited and ready to do this, okay? So what is Inside Out? Well, there's a picture of myself. I'm a transformational leadership coach. My name is Todd Cahill. My background is I've been an entrepreneur now for 17 years. I've been kind of quarantined from home for about 17 years in a good way. I've been working from home. My last job was in 2004. But I've always been called to business. I've always felt that God's been calling me to leadership. Now, I didn't know what that looked like in my early 20s. I actually got an opportunity to work for one of the greatest leaders in the world is Dr. John Maxwell. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard who Dr. John Maxwell is. I was able to work with him and for him back in early 2000. So it really allowed me to read the books like 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And Mark Cole is a great friend of mine. He's now the CEO of the John Maxwell team. So for 2 years, I got my start. I didn't know what leadership looked like. I didn't know I can transform myself. I didn't know that anyone in the world can develop as a leader. So that led me to be an entrepreneur right after I did get fired from my job. So if you're going through any of that right now, I definitely know how you feel. Sometimes when you lose your job, you feel like, oh my gosh, your identity is gone. But it was one of the best things that's ever happened to me personally, because it led me down a path that I never even considered before, being an entrepreneur. I was able to get started in a networking company for about 9 years, made my first few million between 24 and 30. That's not to brag, that's just to impress upon you that, I'm a college dropout. And if I can do that, then, I think anyone can. And I started to get out of my comfort zone. I was very introverted. And, I was able to kind of change my entire life. And again, if you can mute yourself, we have somebody, I thought I muted everyone. But, did those kind of companies until about my mid 30s. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm muting everyone. Mute all, let's see here. All right. So anyway, sorry about that. So anyway, just mute your phone. But anyway, I learned so many different skill sets, but I always thought, like, why don't people do this? Like, I looked around, I was like, why isn't people just work from home and being their own boss? And then I met with thousands of people, and I didn't realize that it was a lot to do with their emotional side of it. So my mid 30s, I wrote a book, and last year it came out. It's a bestseller. It's called You vs. You, The 12 Ways to Kick Your Own Ass and Win. But in the past 5 years, I've been on my own emotional journey. I was introduced to meditation. I was introduced to subconscious work, and I was introduced to, like, it's both sides of it. It's not only do we want to be achievers in life, we want to be leaders in life, we want to be following our dreams and goals, but what if we're held back by being an introvert? What if we're held back emotionally? What if we don't have the confidence to do it? What if we're already self-sabotaging ourselves, even in relationships? So recently, like last year, I went through my own kind of transformation, and I prayed about it. I meditated. I mean, we're talking 6 months of not being clear, wanting to do something epic for the world with my skill set, what God's given me, my giftedness. And here comes Inside Out, the coaching program. Now, you're going to see our new name. You're going to see our logo here in a second. But Inside Out, what that means is everything that you have to be successful is already inside of you. But you need help. Everyone needs help to pull that out of them. That's the key to this, is everyone needs that help. But not everyone's getting that help right now. We understand sports people, they need coaches. But when it comes to John Smith, who's maybe in his mid 40s and he's maybe going through a divorce, he doesn't have a coach. Maybe he has a divorce lawyer, but what about a coach? What about a transformational coach? He might have his pastor every Sunday. He might have podcasts. He might have books and stuff like that. But who does John Smith have in his mid 40s, or someone that's out of college and they don't know what to do, or someone that maybe is in their 60s who maybe lived a good life, but they're still unfulfilled and they don't even know what they're going to do, not only in a professional level, but even just a mental level. Like, what do I do? I'm so not clear. So what Inside Out is really a movement. And it's a movement not because of me. It's a movement because we have both sides of the subconscious and the conscious side. We're literally coaching people on the subconscious side of your brain, which is never shutting off 24/7, and then the conscious side of your brain. But see, if you've never meditated, let's say, if you've never really understood what the subconscious is, it could be your worst enemy. I mean, the inner roommate that you have in your mind literally could be not your best friend. It could be the worst enemy you ever had. And the richest soil is really in the graveyard. So we don't want you to live your whole life, pass away, and only live 5% of your potential, 10% of your potential. The average person only uses 40% of their brain capacity. Imagine for a moment tonight that you can be limitless, that you can literally achieve everything you've ever dreamed of. So here's the unveiling. We have a logo. We've been in a business now for over 6 months. We have almost 40 one-on-one clients. We have coaches. We have practitioners. We have body code practitioners. We have emotion code practitioners. We have leadership coaches upcoming. We really want to make a massive difference, and we believe that we have a massive vision to impact the world, all over the world, not just in America, but Canada and South America and Europe and all over the world. So here is, for the first time ever, the unveiling of our logo. Just like Apple, I believe that this is the Apple of really coaching. This is called the Inside Out Institute. It's all based on science. It's based on education. We want to make this the Harvard University of coaching. And there's a lot of coaching programs out there. Believe me, I've been coached by some of the greatest minds in the world. But it's either you're getting coached on your action and your performance, or you're getting a mind coach, or even a therapist, or even a motion code practitioner, which you're going to hear from tonight. But there's the yin and the yang. So even if you're fully healed emotionally of all your emotional baggage, well, then what? And if you are achieving all the things that you want to achieve financially in relationships, well, what if you're still depressed? What if you still are trying to overcome yourself, your negative mindset? That's where maybe even people are suicidal. So this really is the yin and the yang of coaching. Okay, so I want you to really take this all in tonight, because again, no one has ever done what you're about to see. And see, our logo is a heart and a brain. So in the brain is the heart, because what we do here is we help you remove the heart walls, and we help you really use not only the subconscious mind and use it to your own effectiveness and not to your demise, but also the conscious brain too. And Inside Out Institute. This is the first time tonight that we're sharing this publicly with anybody. So a lot of you are wanting to maybe be a practitioner, the emotion code, the body code. Some of you want to be leadership coaches, transform your own life, but also want to transform someone else's life. So here's the deal, guys. You're about to hear from our leadership team. And I want to introduce our upcoming practitioners and our upcoming leadership coaches. So we already have our coaches here assembled. If you look at these beautiful people, you see our leadership coaches to the left. These are our phase 1 team. These are the people in the past 6 months that became a client of ours and said, you know what, I just need help. I need help in my personal life, my professional life. They seek my help. They seek also Manuel Zavio, so you're going to hear from in a second, one of the top body code practitioners in the entire world. We've helped transform these people's lives already. Yes, they still is a long journey ahead for each and every one of them, but they're either practitioners, certified or going to be certified, or leadership coaches that are going through our graduation. So this is our phase 1 team. It all started with a vision from me and a vision from Emmanuel. He's in Utah, I'm in Chicago. We've known each other for many, many years, but coming together organically so that we can serve the needs of many clients all over the world. Not just that want to become a practitioner and a coach, but many people that just want to help. They want clarity. Clarity plus focus equals energy. They want to change their life. So we're going to show you one of the greatest programs out there that you've ever seen. Now you say, well, I signed up for a coaching program before. I've had a coach. I know, we all have. And some of them been effective. Some of them maybe have not. Maybe you've hired maybe a performance coach or a life coach, if you will. This is not any of that, guys. So take a look real quick at these beautiful people. Some have just got started just a little while ago. Some have been in it for a while, but we're so proud of these amazing coaches and practitioners. So with that said, I want to introduce you to our next speaker. This is our energy healer. This is our chief healing officer. Isn't that cool? So I'm the CEO. This is our chief healing officer. Again, this is someone that's been in the energy game for 6 years, healing people. And that might sound kind of weird to you. Maybe you come from even the background that I come. Maybe it's Christian background, very conservative. You hear the word healing, you think of Jesus, right? But let me just put it in perspective. Let's say your back is really hurting you. You go see a chiropractor. He helps you. Did he not help heal you? Yeah, he did. A doctor. Think about that. That's what a practitioner does. They kind of put you back together again, but in a way that you don't have to keep seeing them over and over again. So I want you to really keep an open mind on this, because this is really has to do with science. This has to do, yes, with spirituality, of course, because we're spiritual beings. We have different backgrounds, we have different beliefs. But I want you to, if you know anything about the emotion code, and I brought the book here. So here's the emotion code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Tony Robbins did the foreword. Emmanuel Zavaios is one of the top students of Dr. Bradley Nelson, one of the top body code practitioners in the world. This is my book, The You vs. You Challenge. So it's really the emotion code meets the You vs. You. So Emmanuel, I know you're on. I know you're in Utah. You guys, pay attention to the next few minutes, because you're going to see both sides. Again, this is how the subconscious mind works. This is how you can get through all your ruts and all of the yucky mud maybe that you're going through, and maybe relationships and financial issues and stuff that you've been, dealing with your whole life. And maybe you've been dealing with things that you don't even know because it's inherited from your past generations. So Emmanuel he knows what he's talking about. He has helped heal so many people. We're talking to hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people all over the world in the past 6 years. So I partnered up with him in the beginning of this year. And guys, this is going to become one of the biggest visions in the healing side of the world, and also the coaching side. So Emmanuel, thanks so much for being on. Take it away, sir.
Hey, Todd, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. I'm not sure if you can see me okay, but as long as you can hear me, that's the most important part. First of all, I just want to welcome everyone on this webinar. I'm grateful, Todd, for all the amazing vision that you have, the dedication to your own self-development, and now that you're giving back to people. I just commend you. I'm excited for your journey. And for those of you who, I invited a lot of emotion code and body code practitioners out there, but I kind of want to give, there's some, very sort of aspiring transformational coaches that are on this call. And I just want to give you a quick, 1.5 minute synopsis of the emotion code. For me, as my parents were both oncologists and hematologists, I was kind of nervous about the idea of becoming an energy healer. It's not something that was like, what I wished I wanted to be, in the 5th grade, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I did not write an energy healer, and many of us didn't probably write that down, but you know how it is. When you clear your heart wall, you can basically find your purpose a lot faster. And so long story short is I've been doing this for 6 years, a lot of experience in the field, and been meeting with about 80 to 90 people a week. Been doing that for about 6 years. And what's beautiful is that I have a very close relationship with Dr. Brad, because I created this program called Advanced Healer Success Guide. Now, that was a program to help people go full-time. Some of you guys are my clients, and I've helped you out to sort of transition to the full-time thing. However, here's the reality is the numbers are this, right? So it's less than about 1,300 body code practitioners, and around 4,000 emotion code practitioners. Guys, we can fit that in an auditorium really easy. I would say 90% of your friends and family do not know what the emotion code body code is. However, something that we all do know is we do know about self-development and leaders like Jim Rohn and John C. Maxwell. We know all these people, Tony Robbins, all these different Bob Proctor, all these great, amazing people. And I remember in my mind when I was looking into this, when Todd and I were talking, is I was saying, like, I think there's an imbalance. If you guys can just kind of hear me out real quick, go ahead and put a little happy face if you know what I'm about to talk about. Is number one is, do you know people that are really into the self-development realm, leadership realm, but they don't really work on their subconscious, and for some reason things don't happen for them as quickly as they want? Then do you have people that are really into energy healing? I mean, they're like energy healing, doing chakras, they're smudging their home, those people, but then they don't have that leadership side where it's like, they don't know how to like put up their calendar, do their 5-year vision statement, keep their KPIs up, be like super productive. I always said this, like, can we all admit this? If we were to go back in time, let's say 5 years ago, and let's say Tony Robbins walked into a room and Dr. Brad walked into a room and said, hey, I'm going to mentor you for the next 5 years. Can we all just admit here, put an exclamation point if you believe this, can we all admit that our lives would be pretty different if both of those men came into our worlds? That's kind of really what's happening here, is that the conscious and the subconscious need to work together. And I feel like there's an imbalance in society right now where we're kind of like either on one side a little bit too much or on the other side. So for my personal opinion, when I first started doing the emotion code work and I was working with people long distance, I started noticing that I worked with Reiki healers, theta healers, you know, acupuncturists, holistic doctors, all different types of people. And for those practitioners who are on here that are listening to me, how many times did you feel that their jaws dropped when we started showing the body code? When we said, hey, by the way, this is the most advanced healing system on the planet. I used to do Zooms back then where people used to see, used to see my Zoom, like you used to see the graphs and I would be going through it. And I remember looking at their face expressions going like, what is this thing? How do you know to go left and right? I remember everyone was just perplexed. Guys, we have, I believe, the Tesla or the Bentley of energy healing. But guess what? No one knows about it. I'm only one person. I can only go out there and train a bunch of people and then you go to full time. I mean, I'm only one person. But when I saw Todd's vision and I was like, wait a minute, this could be a coaching program. It's like, instead of like saying, hey, we're going to replace transformational coaches, because we're not, is why don't we join arms? They've already paved the way since, the gold record that says The Strangest Secret from Earl Nightingale, that gold album, the first gold record that came out of like a very powerful audio if you haven't heard it. But that came out and that kind of like, that just busted the door open to be like, guys, we need to work on ourselves and read self-development. Then just the golden age of self-development was developing and growing and growing and growing. But guess what they were missing? The subconscious side. So you're ever reading and learning things, but it's like, what if you have inherited, energies that are holding you back? See, here we're telling people like, it's time that you get reinforced with the subconscious and conscious. And for those of you who are practitioners, like, man, I wish I could go full time with my practice. Then think about it. You can actually be involved in the Inside Out coaching program. And what Todd and I are trying to do is, we don't want to be the deal anymore, because we realize that all of you guys who are listening to our voice, you guys have so much to offer this world. And what if you're the manual here, like you're the emotional practitioner, and you met somebody in our program that's like a Todd that you resonate with? Can you imagine if you saw how amazing this program is, that you don't have to come up with your own program? You could just disseminate the information. I mean, Todd already wrote an Amazon book. He already just spoke to CBS recently. He just spoke to Forbes. He's going to do like a dozen interviews in the next 60 days. He's going to do some amazing, he's going to get out there in the world, and he's going to be talking about what? This program. And he's going to be talking about how healers are merging with leaders. I'll say it again. Leaders are merging with healers. And we're coming together to say, look, we don't have to compete. We need both. We need to focus on both parts of the brain. And we are going to help out so many people doing this. And imagine this, him and I have been working with like 40 people-ish around there. Imagine if you had your own 40 people that they're going through this program and you're the healer. And then there's a transformation leader that you're partnered up with. Imagine how much fun you'll have knowing that all the people that you're working with are like actually going somewhere and like they're persistently wanting to grow. That's why I had to be involved with this program, is that, it's been such a blessing seeing all these leaders grow. And I really feel like we should all take advantage of this. I really think we should look into this and say, hey, what if I can be a part of this program? What if I'm the healer? Or maybe you're the coach and you're like, be nice to have a healer next to me on the right side, like, sort of John Lennon and Paul McCartney. You can't split those two. That's not the Beatles anymore. You have to have both to make the Beatles, and so that's what we're doing here, is we have to combine both worlds. But enough about Todd and I mean, we're great. We wanted to pave the road for you guys. We're looking for the next Emmanuel Zevayos, your own version of it. You have a special soul. You were made to heal lots of people. But what if you haven't got out there yet? What if you haven't really, made a dent in the universe because you're like, I don't know a lot of people. I'm scared to get my message out there. It's almost like the Inside Out train is moving. All you have to do is just get on it and be like, I'm part of the Inside Out coaching program. I work with about 40 people, and I have a transformational coach that's on my right side. And I guarantee, this is my bet. I bet with all my clients that I have that I meet with, the people that will be specifically in the Inside Out coaching program will do 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 times more than someone who doesn't combine the conscious and the subconscious, period. And that's the thing, guys. It's like, I remember when I was working with a client once and she said, hey, I want to get into like stocks, you know? And I said, great, I'll open up your abundance. That's awesome. And then I'll open up your mode. You guys know all these words, right? Abundance mode. I'm going to open that up for you, right? But the problem is this: if she's not sitting down with a stock trader for lunch, if she's not reading all the stock books, if she doesn't have a regimen every single day of what she's going to do, then she's not going to be what she wants to be in 90 days. But with the Inside Out coaching program, it's already going to be instilled in there. It's already in there. It's in the data bank. So all they have to do is just plug into it. And they're just like, whoa, I got this coach that I'm meeting with once a week. I have these videos I can watch every single week. And then they have a once a week healing. Guys, they're going to be totally reinforced. And we're going to see like amazing people emerge from this program. And so I'm just really, really excited. I really feel like, you know, if you don't know what the emotion code is, and this is your first time, I don't want to waste your time. I just kind of want to paint you the vision. There's healers out here that want to merge with transformational coaches that you're like, I would love to have a rocket on a rocket. It's really what we're doing here, you know? And so with that, I'm gonna you know, pass it on to someone else, someone who's really amazing. You know, Tanisha Graham, she's actually you know, a visionary. I've so many times when I'm like thinking something in my mind, she's already like 3 pages ahead of me saying, hey guys, I think I got an idea. We should do this. We should do this. We wanted to bring the best minds together, that people that have really, really good hearts, that really honor transformational work, but also honor the emotion code and body code because they've experienced it themselves. And guys, and Tanisha is kind of going to map that out to see like, what does it look like to go through the Inside Out program? And I'm excited to introduce her on here. Tanisha, if you're here, let me know. And I'm so glad that you're here with our team.
Hello, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. And that is very true. Emmanuel will think something and all have had the same vision. And it's such an honor to work with these incredible leaders. And I can tell you firsthand that I have been through this program. It's almost been a year since I started the program with Todd, and then Emmanuel came in later. And the two of these combined, you guys, is really an incredible thing that no one has ever seen before. This is going to change the world. And I believe it so much that I did want to jump on board and be one of the founding members here so that I can be a part of this just ripple effect to change the world, because I believe it's going to do that. So I just want to talk about a little bit what this program looks like. So first, what you do is you come in as a client, and you come in and you learn both the conscious side from Todd and the subconscious side from Emmanuel. You're going to get sessions. Some of you are very familiar with body code and emotion code work. And every time you have a session, you change for the better. And it's what you've always been inside. But the difference is the trauma that you go through and the things that have hit you on the side of, you know, when you're going through the path of life have knocked you off a little bit. And those things just clear you to be even more successful. So once you go through the program, you learn both the conscious, subconscious side, and say you are ready to be a leader. You're ready to be a practitioner. You're ready to be a transformational leader. We have an opportunity here. There's no program like this anywhere. We have an opportunity here where we can offer you a career. We want you to be one of our practitioners, one of our leaders, and you're going to have more clients than you know what to do with because of the marketing strategies and things that we have in place. And because of Todd Cahill and everything that he is, and his reputation and his business mind, and because of Emmanuel Zavalos, who is an incredible leader and a great healer and probably the most successful in the world. So you can work with us and begin a career with us. Then we have a really unique and cool thing called the Inside Out Experience. And after you go through the entire Inside Out Institute, what we're going to do is we are going to team up with 4 different authors. And we are going to bring them to share the stage with us. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. But first, maybe you're thinking, how can this be a career for me? Well, once you go through this program as a client, to graduate, what you're going to do is you are going to fill out a questionnaire that it's actually a pretty fun questionnaire, just so we can get to know you, we can get to know your heart, we can get to know what you're about, your hobbies, your dreams, who you want to help. And then we want you to also help refer 7 potential clients to us. Get them on a discovery call with us. We want to talk to them. We want this to be massive, you guys. We don't want this to be a little tiny thing. We want this to ripple into thousands and thousands of people, healing upon healing upon healing, and that we teach people how to do that, and it just ripples through the nations, is what I'm saying. And so we want you to refer 7 people to us. They don't all have to be the right fit, but we want you to refer 7 people to us. We also want you to conduct 3 interviews with authors or influencers that you look up to on social media. And we want you to interview them either on your podcast, maybe you don't have a podcast, you can interview them on social media. And there's reasons for each of these guys. These men, these leaders have designed this for a reason. One of the reasons we want you to refer people is you have to know how to edify others and be grateful for the leadership and talk about what we're doing and spread this amazing program. And it takes practice to start talking about things. But I will tell you, this is an exciting thing, and it's not hard to hold this excitement in. It's not hard at all. It may seem overwhelming, but it's really not. So you're going to conduct these interviews also with these leaders. We are looking for these authors, and we want the best of the best. And once we get these authors, you're going to meet them. They're going to be our people, and we are going to be on stage with them eventually. We're going to do big events, and I'll talk about that in a second. We also want you to interview with us just so we can make sure that you're a good fit for this program. Next, what we want to show you is something very exciting. If you decide to come on and have a career with us, we're not just going to throw you out there and hope that you can pay your mortgage and pay your commercial mortgage. That's what I had to do when I had a brick and mortar business for 18 years. That's not what this is, you guys. That is not what this is. You don't have any overhead. There's no overhead. And not only that, we're going to give you everything that you need. We're going to give you a specialized planner. And with the conscious side, Todd teaches you how to do the action steps and learn how to take control of every battle you face within yourself that keeps you from taking action. You're also going to get a full curriculum that we're going to write if you want to coach with us. And you're going to have a week by week scope and sequence teaching you the lessons that you will be teaching the clients that come in. We're also going to have video modules that Emmanuel and Todd are going to make, and they're going to teach every week and have all these amazing lessons that not only our clients are going to learn from, but that we are going to learn from too as leaders. This is something that I find really exciting. The next thing is the Inside Out experience. And I want you to think about TED Talks for a minute. When you think about TED Talks, don't you see that, like those red letters, the TEDx red letters, they're branded so well. We're going to have our own stage. Sometimes it's going to be virtual, and sometimes it will hopefully be in person once all this COVID mess is over. But I want to see these huge IOI letters. The Inside Out Institute is on this stage, and you may be one of these speakers. You may be one of these healers. You may be one of these leaders that are up and coming, you may have a book in you that you're going to write after this process. And I believe that there will be a lot of authors that come out of this as well. But we're going to team up with 4 authors that we're going to include in our curriculum. So when we choose these authors and the books that they've written on self-development, it is going to be included in our curriculum. These authors of these books are going to share the stage with us. And then it's just going to explode. And when these videos go viral, like the TED Talks have gone viral, there's no limit. There's no limit to the people we can help and the clients that we're going to gain. And also, I want you to just think about for a minute, where would I fit into this? And I'm telling you that there is probably a place for you here. And if you're not quite a leader yet, you're at the right place, because there are amazing leaders here that can teach us so much. So the next amazing part about this whole system is we have a dynamic marketing, you will not even believe it. I wanted to say a marketing goddess because that's what she is. She's the marketing goddess, and her name is Myra Uber, and she is our Chief Marketing Officer. And I'm going to introduce you to her so that she can speak about the marketing plan. Her experience is just huge. She has so much experience in social media. She can tell you a little bit about that and tell you how we are going to get our word out about this institute.
Hi, thanks Tanisha so much. So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight a little bit about the power of inside out marketing, because it really is the power of now marketing. Marketing, it can make or break your brand, and it can make or break your business. It's so important, but most people don't know enough about it to do it effectively. It just requires time and research, and the time that's needed to do it right is often not taken. So why Inside Out? Why this program? We've actually spent that time and we've done that research, and it's one of the ways that Inside Out is different. We're not the coaching program you see every day, as you've heard, and that's why our marketing is different and isn't the marketing that you see every day. We are a one-of-a-kind coaching program. We're the only coaching program, as Emmanuel mentioned earlier, that incorporates both transformational coaching and the emotion code. So we're also taking a leap right now because everyone's been affected by and is experiencing COVID-19 in some way. So we're taking this time to reframe that stigma of COVID-19 when there's little to no job security, and helping people to see that the glass really is half full. So we're setting out on a specific course that aligns with the objectives of Todd's, You versus You book, and it aligns with the objectives of Compass Healing and pulls those together to Inside Out coaching program, because we want Inside Out to be in a position of domination in the coaching industry, and we want to be known as the coaching program of choice. So how do we do that? You might be wondering. So we started this process by just taking a look at what other coaches are doing, our strongest competitors, so we could better understand what their strengths and weaknesses are and how those strengths and weaknesses affect us. We looked at their branding, their price point, the length of their programs, the curriculum for their program, and their social media presence, and we overlaid it with ours. We filled in any gaps where we thought there might be something missing, and we basically put together a SWOT analysis of all the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats so that we can make their weaknesses into our strengths. That was kind of the goal in starting this process. And we did find gaps that did need to be closed, but what we found glaring back at us in a very big way was that no one else is doing what we do. No one's coaching on the conscious and the subconscious simultaneously. No one's combining transformational coaching and energy healing. There's no one else who can even do this, and that's what makes us stand out and makes us different. In essence, we just don't have any direct competition, and that's really what our strategy is. So how we get that message out to the universe is where the real power of Inside Out's marketing comes in. We're going to help you build your channels out. We're going to use landing pages, ad campaigns, graphics, a pitch page, all specifically branded to increase traffic, generate leads, build brand engagement, and build community engagement through social media. So if you look at it this way, and you just kind of have to picture this in your mind, if you wanted to be a named partner in a law firm, you would have to put in a capital contribution, which could be upwards to 6 figures. You would have to deal with other people trying to poach your clients, interoffice politics. You would have to pay for a slew of other items that kind of fit the bill, so to speak, of an attorney. You'd have to buy the Ralph Lauren suits and make sure you're driving the newest Audi. Most coaches spend a lot of money on marketing to get clients, and we're encompassing all of that in our program and doing all of that work for you. And you can see here, we're already doing that. We're taking advantage of some great public relations opportunities, building our footprint across 2 countries so far to being a household name with these media outlets that you see in front of you now. So that kind of takes us to our next question. Where does all of this go? Who's seeing it? If you're looking for a new career, you want to help people change their lives dramatically. If you know people who want to make an investment into their lives and create a new opportunity for yourself at the same time, that's who our target audience is, in a nutshell. That's really high level. There's some more detail to that, of course. And as you delve deeper into what this is for you, it becomes more apparent. It will become more apparent as we begin working together. My point is that we're all going to start here, and you'll go through this process and have your own marketing plan that's specific to you and your audience. We want you to be positioned with the best innovative solutions. Marketing should be innovative. And that's why I have, for the marketing guys, I have I am in my name, because innovative marketing is in our name. That's my tagline. So if you're ready to do something new and different, maybe someone said it earlier, that's kind of scaling your existing business. Maybe it's in the form of a new career because you're not doing this now. Maybe it's even in the form of remarketing yourself, just personally from the inside out. You'll have all the tools. We're going to give you all those tools to step out of that traditional box and into the innovative box. You're in the right place to pivot, and we're going to do everything that we can to support you so that your prospects and your patients know and believe that too. So that's very high level nutshell of our marketing plan. It kind of gives you an overview of the power of marketing and what it can do. And we want to make sure that we're doing it right for you and helping you all out to the best of our abilities. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to just a wonderful person. Every time I have a question, he's so awesome to help me. Kind of at the flip of a hat, I send him a text. I'm like, I have a question. And he's like, call me. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Balwinder, and he's going to talk with you all about kind of the next steps in our vision and what phase 2 is all about. So Balwinder, can you go ahead and take it away for me?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Myra. You are absolutely amazing. Everything that you ever put together blows my mind away. It's like, oh my God, how does she think of this stuff? Good evening, everyone. I really want to talk about what we as a team together can all do. So I want to talk a little bit about the power of pairs. And so to start off with, I'd like to talk about Todd and Emmanuel. They come from 2 different completely sides of the world, you could almost say, the yin and the yang. So you've got someone who's a transformational leadership coach, and you've got someone who's just an amazing healer. And when you bring those 2 things together, it creates harmony, it creates bliss, and it creates endless possibilities. It is just absolutely amazing. And what we want to do, and what we're going to do, is continue to bring these harmonies together and create teams that will continue forward and work together to be practitioners or transformational leadership coach. We're going to team you up and allow you to build a career helping, healing thousands of people all over the world. And, I'm going to backtrack a couple of steps. I want to give you guys a little bit of background of me. I'm a medical professional, I'm a foot specialist, and I've got 2 practices. Because of COVID right now, both of my practices are closed. And just to give you an idea, one of my practices, just to keep it open, forget paying any of my staff, forget paying for my office manager, because unfortunately they've all been laid off right now. I'm looking at about $8,000 a month just to keep my doors open, pay the rent, the taxes, the bills, the insurance, all the utilities, things like that. Right now, I have zero income, and I haven't had any income since March 23rd, since the clinic's been closed. Now, we're probably going back to work in about the middle of the month, but business is going to be very slow, and it's going to take a long time to get back together and get back to where we were. So what's awesome about this program is that we're developing a program. We've developed a program. We've got a system in place where you can come in as a coach, as a practitioner, and not have to spend a dime. The only thing you're doing is building yourself, making sure that you're fit the bill, you're able to do everything that Inside Out Institute needs you to do. And then we're going to hire you on as either a transformational leadership coach or as a practitioner. You will contract with us, you will work with us, and we're going to provide clients to you that you are going to change. You're going to heal those people. You're going to help change their lives. And the best part is you'll do this over and over and over again. And then we grow to the next part. Now, this is phase 2, which we haven't gone into too much detail because I don't want to blow your mind. But in phase 2, it's a 26-week program. What happens is when a client comes in, they're going to have 12 weeks of their first training, which is going to be our you versus you battles. You know, the battles that you have within yourself that really prevent you from being the best version of you. And this is where we really transform and change you as an individual. During those first 12 weeks, you're going to get 6 one-on-one sessions with a leadership coach. You're going to get 6 healing sessions from a emotion code, body code practitioner that's certified. And then for 26 weeks, you're going to get weekly live coaching. You're going to get virtual training, and all of that's going to come to you with a thorough and complete 26-week workbook and a complete planner, so you can plan out those 6 months of your life to make sure they're absolutely the best they can ever be. On top, above and beyond all of that, we're going to have a monthly virtual workshop. Okay. And during these virtual workshops, we're going to have different speakers. We'll have authors. We'll have amazing people that can come in and teach you how to be the best version of you, how to heal yourself, and how to really take yourself to the next level. Also, everyone that's part of our program is going to get 2 tickets to our annual Inside Out experience, which means you'll be invited to attend our huge event where we'll have amazing speakers. We will have the best of the best. We will have an amazing reception, and you could potentially even be one of those speakers once you've proven yourself that, hey, I want to go out and I want to change the world. And you may not be the keynote speaker, but you'll get to share a platform with these amazing, amazing people. So this is phase 2. It's a 26-week program. It will absolutely change your life, and it'll allow you to build a career to change the lives of thousands and thousands of other people. Now, in about a year from now, we're going to launch what we call phase 3 right now. And what happens is once you've proven yourself and you've gone through our program, you've graduated our program, and you've gone out and coached or healed people through phase 2, through our what we call our virtual type of program, and you've proven that, hey, I can really do this. I'm really good at what I do. Well, then you'll get the opportunity to partner up with someone else and build your own team of 40 plus people where you will coach, you will heal, and give them the experience one-on-one. Once phase 3 comes around, your pay is going to go up dramatically. I'm talking like close to 6 figures a year, if not more than 6 figures a year. Once phase 3 comes, phase 2 is very, very lucrative. It's just an amazing, amazing opportunity. I'm very blessed to be part of the team that's working on this. I'm very blessed to be with all of the people that are already here in the program. And the best part is we've got some room left for some more people to join our amazing family. With that said, I'm going to pass it back to Todd, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about how you can join our family and how you can become one of the founding people of the Inside Out Institute.
Yeah, so Ballwinder, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, good guys. Well, I appreciate Ballwinder, Tanisha, Emmanuel, and all of your energy, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, you guys are staying on. I love it. I love seeing it. I love your energy because you're also giving us energy by commenting and being a part of it. So in closing, guys, just I want you to look at that logo. Just look at it just for a few seconds. The Inside Out Institute, how the I and the O is the brain, and how we're going to change people's split on the subconscious and conscious and remove people's heart walls. I mean, think about how many marriages are going to, we're not in the relationship business, but if you transform yourself and other people are taking full responsibility for themselves, think about how many marriages that this program is going to save. Think about how many suicides that this is going to save. Think about how many people that are, they're going to have massive clarity in their life because it's not just about action and go after your dreams and consume and, you know, and get the car and get the house. And I've had all of it. I've had the multi-million-dollar house on a winery with the sports cars, but I was still depressed. Just think about where this is going to go on both sides of the brain, the subconscious and the conscious, and starting to remove the heart walls, going to the mindset of abundance. Everywhere I look, guys, so many people have the excuse, I don't have the money. I don't have money. I'm broke. Are you serious? I don't have a very good marriage. I'm out of shape. I'm overweight. Why? Why? Why are we not winning the Uber Shadow? Because everyone's getting told only either one side of it. Remember, if I'm totally healed emotionally, I still got to pay the rent. But if I have everything and money's not an issue, I still might have emotional trauma. I might have emotional baggage. I've been doing this for 17 years. In my early 20s and late 30s, all my 20s and my early 30s, I just thought people were kind of like, I hate to say it, losers. You know, I didn't know any better. I just thought, hey, I'm an anomaly. I'm motivated. I'm self-motivated. I'll stick to it. But I didn't realize it's not just about achievement. It's about fulfillment. It's about clarity. It's about following your passion. And every one of you are different. Not everyone wants to be rich. Not everyone wants to make six figures. Not everyone wants whatever, but you all want one thing, and that's inner peace. We all want to have inner peace within ourselves, and we want to do what we love to do. But we also don't want to go sell a product. We don't want to go, you know, I have a network marketing background, and it's fine. And I got my start there, but I needed more than just network marketing. I needed more than just selling a product. I needed to sell something that actually worked in all areas of someone's life, and that's transformational leadership. And then Emmanuel comes into this, who I think is just one of the most peaceful men I've ever met in my life. He's incredible. Having one session with Emmanuel, your whole life is going to change. And it's only like 20 minutes. Think about the peace, the inner peace that all of us are going to have here. And then not only that, making this an Inside Out Institute, we're developing upcoming practitioners and upcoming leadership coaches that have learned our curriculum, that have gone through the program. And everyone, it's not a fast thing. You can go as fast as you want and go as slow as you want. But making a career, well, where we're paying your marketing, we're giving you clients. And I just want to, you know, in closing, guys, right now, you can join us in phase one. We still have spots left for phase one, which is insane. Whoever gets in phase one is literally the luckiest people in the world. We have 5 more spots for practitioners. We have 5 more spots as leadership coaches. Then we're launching phase 2, pre-launching May 18th. Then from there, we're going to go by July 1st. Our goal is 200 clients, and we're going to hit that goal. Now, Myra mentioned that we're featured in Forbes. So these articles in Forbes magazine, USA Today, Yahoo Finance, there's going to be guaranteed almost 20 of the top publishing, you know, publications out there that are going to feature Inside Out. I've been on CNN, and I know it's probably the only good news on CNN. I've been featured on Fox News. I'm a best-selling author. You can look my book up on Amazon. You can look at the reviews. You can look up Dr. Bradley Nelson's book, The Emotion Code, on Amazon. Look at the reviews. It's the emotion code meets you versus you. This is a incredible opportunity like I've never seen in my 39 years on this planet. And I've worked with Dr. John Maxwell, Tony Robbins, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Ken Blanchard, Paul J. Meyer in person, been personally coached by them personally. I've been very fortunate. But you know what? They only offer one side. I was still depressed working with them. I didn't know meditation. I didn't understand the subconscious, still working with them. Still going through a lot of trauma. Not anymore, fellows and ladies. We're going to do this together. So here's the deal. What's the next step? The next step is you're going to see my not only an incredible executive that I work with, Myra, who's our chief marketing officer, but you're going to notice a discovery call link. So what we want to do is I need to talk to you personally. So look at it as a kind of a unique interview where I would love to get to know you. This calls for me to work with each and every one of you personally. I have opened up my schedule to tomorrow, Friday, and also all of next week. We have limited spots available. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I really want to walk you through. We have a lot of practitioners on the call. We have a lot of leadership coaches. We have people that maybe don't even know what they want to do, but this all sounds fascinating. So here's the deal. My schedule is going to sell out. And I need not sell out, but it's going to, we're going to sell out of phase 1 very quickly. And then we're going to move to phase 2. But right now, we're looking for people that want to say, you know what, I'm already a practitioner. I'm already a leadership coach. We want to talk to you first. And then we also want to talk to people that want to become inside out clients pretty quickly. We're pre-launching May 18th. We're going to have 200 clients by July 1st. So in that process, all the people that are in phase 1, you can refer people now, make 20% affiliate fee right now. So just understand, you can get paid also sharing this. And when these articles come out, when you look at my pitch page, when you look at what Emmanuel has done on his YouTube and the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, we just teach how to refer people to, and even in phase 1, you're getting 20% commission. And again, it's amazing, but you're not even doing the work. I'm doing the work. So we're going to have a sales team eventually. We're going to have people that do this, obviously, for all of us. But then phase 2, again, as you heard Myra, we're going to market this all over the world. We're going to pay for it. And then we're going to give you the clients. You're going to get to work. You're going to get paid. We're going to pay you. Inside Out company, Inside Out Institute is going to pay you, and you can keep all of the profits. You don't have to pay for your assistant. You don't have to pay for your marketing. You're also going to be featured in all of our websites. There's going to be blogs about you. We're going to market you. We're going to partner with you. Again, you have to graduate though. You have to become an IO client first. Then you have to do the graduation, discovering who you are, creating the breakthroughs in your life, transforming as a leader. And then you can become an IO leader in phase 2. Then we're going to train you. We're going to develop you. We're going to show you about ClickFunnels and marketing. And we're going to do a lot of that for you, but you're going to be able to watch us do it together. You're going to have a mastermind with all of us together. We're going to have events just for our practitioners and coaches. We're going to recognize you. We're going to treat you so incredibly well, because I know how important that is. It's not about money for a lot of you. It's about recognition, feeling good about what you do, making a difference, changing the lives of thousands of people, and just loving what you do, no matter COVID or not. Screw COVID. Like, guys, this is a time, if you really have the entrepreneurial spirit, step up. This is the greatest time to do it. Not later, not a year from now, now. A year from now, we might even charge a lot more money on phase 2. Right now, it's free in phase 2. But down the road, just like real estate agents have to pay all these fees, they have to go through all this stuff, and we don't do that right now. It's crazy. The moment is now. First movers advantage is right now. Getting in early of Google and Apple. We're the Apple of the coaching business already, but we haven't even started yet. Okay, so book your discovery call. Myra, if you can go ahead, look for Myra's post in the inbox there. Look at the link and go ahead and click in the link. There's some questions there for you to fill out. And then I'm going to have a personal conversation with you, one-on-one. There's no obligation to do anything. It's just me getting to know you and you getting to know me. In the meantime, we'll definitely give you some information. This has been recorded. You can share this with other people. But at the end of the day, though, you can also earn income right away. Remember, you don't have to be a certified practitioner or coach to start earning money on top of that. So again, I need to explain this probably more detail to a lot of you. Some of you have questions. But you know what? We're just so honored to have each and every one of you guys. This has been a 39-year career for me. It's obviously 39 years on earth. This is a moment for me right now, a very special moment. I'm married, 3 kids, beautiful wife, Kristen. A year ago, I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. And God really kind of made me go through the ringer. I had to learn so much about myself even a year ago after all of these years of experience, just so I could be in this position right now to be a part of the Inside Out team so that we can form the Inside Out Institute that's going to change the lives all over the world. So guys and gals, we're so honored for you to be here. Make sure that you get your spot right now. Look at the link in the discovery, right there in the comment section. Click on that link, save it, Control-C, Control-V, just in case the Zoom ends. And, make sure and put your email down there. If all the spots are taken, we'll open up some more. We'll do our best to make sure we talk to each and every one of you about this opportunity to not only be an Inside Out client, but also graduate, be an Inside Out leader, and we pay you for your services and your leadership. And we're just going to become one incredible Inside Out family all over the world. So thank you so much for all of you being a part of this. Again, look at the schedule there. Myra is posting that. Click on that link. Get a call with me. There'll be about 20 to 30 minutes each. Get to know me, get to know you. I want to continue to express the vision so that you get it, answer your questions. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an unbelievable journey in the many years to come. A lucrative career, changing the lives of others, loving what you do, changing yourself, improving your marriage, improving your health, improving your mindset, all in one umbrella, and learning even marketing and how to really brand yourself personally. So I can't thank our team. Again, thank you so much, Emmanuel, Tanisha, Balwinder. These are people that make this company. Of course, our practitioners that we have at Inside Out and our coaches. I am so proud of your courage and everything that each and every one of you stand for. We are all in this together in Inside Out Institute. So guys, thank you so much. I look forward to our connection, our one-on-one conversations together. Thank you so much for being on tonight, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.